Whew, Ricky. So another you know, notch on the belt for Ricky versus Latif.
That was impressive.
I was. You know, I'm always impressed when he beats Latif because Latif at one point almost looked unstoppable.
Right.
Like he had a string of wins. Probably one of the longest string of wins, maybe rivaling like Justin Wong. It wins that he just never was beaten. So it was really impressive that he went that long. He took it at Evo, went to Grand Finals at Evo, and top 3 or whatever he did at Evo. Was it Grand Finals?
No, he was top 3.
Top 3, but either way. And now he's looked a little more human, but it's always impressive when somebody beats him.
No, he was Grand Finals.
It was,
at Evo.
Yeah.
What am I saying?
Yeah, I'm just sorry.
I'm sitting here reading a piece of paper.
Yeah,
right?
my mind's off it right now.
So anyway, one of the things that you're seeing in this top 16 bracket here with regard to top players, and I think you see this with these sorts of players.
Yeah.
Players who win the first match so far have won the set, the best 2 out of 3 set, 7 times out of 8.
7 out of 8, wow.
7 out of 8 times. When someone picks up the first match, they win the whole thing here.
That's an interesting stat.
And the players who win the first round of the first match have gone on to win the set 5 out of 8 times.
Okay, so a little less correlation on the first round.
But it's still over half of the matches, the first round is deciding the set. And 7 out of 8 times, you're seeing these matches being decided by the guy who wins the first match.
Yeah, I mean, that's a strong correlation right now. Maybe, you know, as the tournament progresses, it'll mean nothing, but be on the lookout for that. So the the winner of the first round, or first match, I should say, is the favorite to win this whole set.
Because these players, they get into a position, they're on their level, man.
Yes.
They get in the zone, they now get moved out.
I agree. And that confidence boost in the beginning, it's hard to shake a guy off on, you know, any of these players because they're all killers. And once one of them is starting to feel themselves, it's really hard to shake that guy. But Mike Ross, one of the most aggressive, crazy Hondas.
Mike Boss.
Yeah, and he's moving forward. He already has Air cornered, and Air does not have that, you know, escape Tatsu that Ryu once had, so he's going to have to fight out of a corner like a man. Let's see what he does. Ooh, he smacks that fireball. All right, he's pulling gimmicks early, yep. Nice scoop. All right, so he readjusts the corner position. Wow, after throw tag, he takes a long walk over to Ryu and just scoops him.
Sometimes when you fight, you know, a guy like Air or another top player, disrespect him a little bit.
Just walk up to him and see what he does.
They're not used to that.
They're not, for
the Wong
sure.
factor, we call it.
That's not even the Wong factor. That's just balls of steel.
I'm just saying, Justin Wong, the Wong factor is that players respect him a lot. And so they do things and make mistakes they wouldn't normally make against the guy that they're not as intimidated by.
Yeah.
And so when you walk up to a guy like Air and you just walk up, scoop him, he's not used to that.
He's definitely not used to that. He's probably a little offended that he did that. All right, so let's move into the second. And like I said, if Mike Ross takes this first match, I'm curious to see if it's going to reign true with the statistics so far. Of course, thanks to Glenn for the statistics.
Oh, yeah, shout out to get your tournament, Clubby.
And he did that neutral jump medium punch, it looked like. He got him in a corner, now he's going to land that Ultra. So now Mike Ross is going to be after fighting out of this corner. This is going to be tough for a Honda to fight out of. Yeah, he jumps back into plasma range. Smart. Great job by Air.
As soon as you said it, that's what he did.
Yeah.
Honda with low life is one of the, trying to mount a comeback is one of the worst characters, I think.
It's hard unless you have super.
Right.
Because you're not landing that Ultra unless they do something extremely dumb.
And of course, Honda has massive damage at his command.
Yeah.
But it's a situation of being able to get it out there.
Yeah, you have to take a lot of risks to do that damage. And it's like when you're in low health, you don't want to take those risks anymore. Right. So Mike Ross, one of the great risk takers, though, and just all around solid player. Loves that jab. Wow, I swear that had Zangief SPD range right there. He has that super. Again, Mike Ross is a scoop monster right now. Oh, and he just baits him hard. He went for the EX scoop. He was feeling himself so much. Yeah, he's probably going to, I was going to say he's probably going to be looking for a super, but he ended up getting rid of that for whatever reason. Oh, and Air doesn't do anything from that. That's big. I mean, Air probably has to be thinking to himself, why did I just do that?
Yeah.
Tense neutral position right here.
He needs to not be second guessing himself right now. Don't get into that headspace.
What do you want Mike to do right now, man? I'm kind of walk up and scoop him.
Yeah, I love it.
I think his neutral jumping fireballs is perfect. Make Air come to him and see what he can do.
That's exactly what he should be doing, and that's you have the life lead as Honda. Sit.
Yeah, definitely.
Sit your fat ass down.
Become a tank.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. And no EX. Yeah, no EX again. Instead, he eats a jump fierce.
Mike Ross played smart. Played defensively with the life lead, it just didn't work out for him.
Well, like we know, when Ryu gets that knockdown in those situations, it's like, is it going to be the cross-up Tatsu or is it going to be the jump fierce?
Right. Mike Ross rocking that hungry human swag.
That's
Shout out
right.
to Larry.
Yeah, shout out to Larry. Actually, Vi was heckling Air right there. He said, hey, you're taking my stuff, man. But I'm neutering what he said a little bit. There's the jab pressure. He's going to walk up and scoop. He's doing that as a setup for later. Fishing with that jab. He's not poking with anything else. Whoa. Little conquer.
High five.
Yeah, a little high five. Yeah. That was definitely a cross-second Mulligan.
Absolutely.
Parker behind me reminding that. That happens so much in that game.
Right.
All right, so just raw headbutt. I was wondering when he was just going to start doing raw headbutts. Air's not throwing Air's not throwing that many fireballs. Why not do it? Caught him in the ankles right there. But Mike Ross, not looking good. He needs to make something miraculous happen. But if anybody could do it.
Hey, I believe.
There you go. Got him in the corner right where he wants him. We're going to see the walk-up scoop.
Oh, I hope so.
It looks like he's fishing for it, too. He's trying to set the distance. Oh, man.
Oh, that was it. That was it.
He had the crouching jab, was not buffering hands. He could have had hand super to win that. Instead, Air's on set point. Oh, there we go.
All right. Sit on him.
Let's see what he does. All right, he goes for an option select kind of thing right there. If he would have backdashed, he probably would have caught him with a headbutt. So smart stuff by Mike Ross. Half health, gone from Ryu. Another raw headbutt.
That was smart. Neutral jump, blows up headbutt all day.
Yeah. I mean, I asked why he's not doing more raw headbutts. That's why. And he's just keeping him in this mid-screen area. This does not favor Honda. Honda wants to put him against the wall. This has always been a hard match. I mean, this has always been Honda's worst matchup. Not like worst, but in Street Fighter 2 it was, I believe.
Oh,
so,
and ST it was his worst matchup for sure.
Yeah, almost unwinnable. One of those 9-1 matchups. And, you know, it's really hard as a Honda player to fight Ryu.
Well, Air is brilliantly keeping Mike just outside of crouch jab range.
Yeah, and jump roundhouse range. So
it's in a corner screen to mid-screen range here.
Oh, wow.
Where Honda literally, despite the fact that Mike Ross just won the round, Honda literally has nothing he can do in that range.
Yeah, so you're just having to walk forward, which you're going to see a lot of Mike.
And obviously for Honda...
Oh, man, I love that opener. Crouching jab, walk up, scoop. And he does another scoop. I love when he plays this way, man. This guy has crazy balls. Overhead. We can see another overhead. No, Mike wanted to stick a jab out. He's got a super, though.
Was gonna come.
Yep, we may see that stand fierce in a super. No, he ends up wasting it on reversal, thinking maybe he'll get a super later in the match.
EX headbutt to get out of the corner, not necessarily a bad call.
No, I think you're right. I think that was the smart thing to do, but... Oh, blocks the overhead. Wow.
Yes.
He does it. He got his scoop. Let's see what he can do with this.
If you're playing the tricky game at home, that's a shot.
And Air was ready for that. Just does a, you know, really basic combo in a super. It pays off. So Mike is out of the tournament.